I just got through hosting a week-long vacation Bible school at my home. And you know, when you host things like these in your home, it's exciting, but of course it's a lot of work. And the children, my children in particular, were just extremely excited each night that we had Vacation Bible School. They were so pumped. And of course, we were totally thrown off in our schedule. So my little 4-year-old Faith did not get a chance to take her naps as usual. So by Thursday, she was just done. You know, she had been going all week, went all day without taking a nap, went to bed late. Like, they were just in party mode like all week, and it was good stuff. But by Thursday, you could tell that a lack of sleep had just really caught up to her. So I decided that it was time for her to go down for a nap after hearing much screaming. You know how you can tell as a parent when your child is super tired, like they cry if somebody looks at them and they whine about every single thing possible. So I went and I took Faith, literally picked her up and told her, you know, we're going down for a nap. And she just went to crying and, oh, I don't want to take a nap. And she just kept on repeating it over and over again. I don't want to take a nap. I don't want to take a nap. I don't want to take a nap. All the way upstairs. And I just took her, put her in the bed, and then I leaned over and I gave her a kiss on the cheek. And I said, I know you don't want to, but you need a nap. And then I exited the room as she continued to scream. And of course, within a few minutes, she was knocked out. But as I left the room, I began to think, and I was just like, Lord, you never cease to amaze me with the way you speak to me in just my everyday life. And for those of you that's been, you know, following me for a while, you know that most of my videos come as a result of my interactions with my children or with my husband, and the Lord just drops certain things in my spirit and just helps me to make the connection. Well, in this case, I said, wow, this is just something, because the Lord began to minister to me, and he says, that's how you can be sometimes. I tell you what you need to do, and you go on and on and on and complain about what you don't want to do. And it's not a matter of what you want to do, but what is needed. Faith didn't have enough sense to know at 4 years old where, you know, if I just let her do whatever, she would. And she would just absolutely crash. And I think sometimes we can be like 4-year-olds in the presence of God. We want to tell God what, you know, we want to do. And God is like, trust me, I'm your creator. I know what is needed. I know what you need to do to keep you out of trouble. I know what you need to do to keep on the straight and narrow. And no, you may not want to do this, but this is absolutely needed. And I think about the story of Naaman in, I think it's 2 Kings chapter 5, but I'll put the reference up top. And Naaman had a prestigious position in the army, but he was a leper. And, you know, through a series of events, he was led to the prophet Elisha. And the prophet, when Naaman came to him, because Naaman heard through his servant girl that the man of God who was Elisha would have the ability to heal him. So Naaman went to Elisha's home, and Elisha, instead of coming outside to greet him, sends his servant outside to Naaman and pretty much tells him to go dip 7 times in the Jordan River. And when Naaman heard this, he was absolutely furious. He was like, he could have You know, I was expecting him to come outside, greet me, and do some special something and call on the name of the God of heaven and proclaim my healing. And instead, he's telling me to go dip in this Jordan River. I don't want to do that, you know. And his servants had to talk some sense into him and say, listen, you need to obey what the man of God is telling you to do. So Naaman heeded their counsel, and he went. And the scripture says that on the seventh time of doing what he didn't want to do, he came up and received what was needed, which was his healing. So I just want to encourage you, stop arguing and crying with God. If he's told you to do something, recognize that he is a lot smarter than you are. Do what is needed and don't get stuck. Don't stay stuck on what you feel like you don't want to do, because you could be missing out on the very thing that you're praying to God for deliverance for, or to answer, whether it's provision, whatever the case may be. So you do what God is telling you to do and stop focusing on what you don't want to do, but instead do what is needed, how God is instructing you. All right, you be blessed.